Halftime. Halftime, right? Midlife, right? Gen Xers, midlife. You know, you hear this phenomenon about a midlife crisis, right? People start freaking out. They're going out buying sports cars. They're having affairs. You know, all the typical, stereotypical things that people that go through midlife crisis do. But here's what a midlife crisis is. You spend 20 years of your adult life out in the real world, having experiences, working, raising your family most likely, working on your career, learning all these things, learning all this stuff, learning how life works and life functions. And about the time you're 40, bam, it all locks in. It all makes sense. And then, instead of getting empowered and getting fired up and getting after it, we freak out. And we think, look at all the time I wasted in my 20s. Look at all the money I wasted in my 30s. Look at the bad moves I made. If I could go back again, I would do this. If I could go back again, I would do that. No teenager says if I could go back and be 10. They're all wanting out, right? They're all going, wait till I'm 20, wait till I'm 21, wait till I'm 25. And then you get that age, and you don't know what you're doing. You're out there treading water, and then you get a bunch of lumps on your head, and by the time you're 40, it locks in for you, and you're freaking out. Going, what have I done in the last 20 years? Look at all the mistakes I've made. And I'm here to tell you that a midlife crisis is simply you and me finally figuring this deal out called life. Let me ask you something. What if you took the last 20 years of experience that you have and poured it into the next 12 months? What would that look like for you, for your life, for your career, for your family, to take all those lessons you've learned and use them in the next 12 months? How productive could you be? What kind of great decisions could you make? Where could you go in the next 12 months if you took all of that and poured it into the next 12? You know, Bruce Springsteen was interviewed one time, and another singer was interviewed, and this other singer was having panic attacks, and she was struggling. And they asked her, said, how do you know if you're having panic attacks? And she said, well, my palms get sweaty, my tongue gets full, and my mouth gets dry, my stomach just starts churning, I get nervous and I start sweating, and then I know I'm having a panic attack. Well, Bruce Springsteen, in a completely separate interview, was asked how he knows he's ready to go out on stage, because he said, man, there's a point where I know I'm ready. And they said, how do you know, Bruce? And he said, let me tell you how I know. My palms get sweaty, my tongue gets thick and heavy, and my mouth gets dry, my stomach starts churning, and I break out in a sweat. And then I know I'm ready. The same thing's happening to two people, but they're interpreting it differently. Guys, you're not going through a midlife crisis. You're going through a midlife launch. You're ready to go. I had a man probably 15 years ago ask me how old I was, and I apologize, wasn't 15, it was just about 10 years ago, and then I was about 35. And I told him, and he just smiled and kind of laughed. This guy's in his 60s. And he said, you're close. He said, you're going to make more money and have a better life in your 40s and 50s than you've had now, because you've been through life. And that guy's right. So guys, don't freak out about where you're at. If you're 50, you might live another 40 years. That's 40 years of getting stuff done with all this knowledge. Going out and getting it done. You've got experience. Yeah, all these 20-year-olds, they've got the internet, right? They've got this stuff. But they don't have your experience that you and I have. Put that to work. Go win today Enjoy where you're at in life. Go into the next 12 months with confidence that you're not going to make those same mistakes you made in your 20s and 30s, that you're going to be better, and that you can be counted on better. You can become a much better, much more valuable person because of the experience that you've gained. Have an awesome rest of the day. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Catch me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter. Have an awesome day.